So this is very much a confession. Um, you might think I'm crazy after this, but when I was in middle school, I came up with this idea that people were watching me. And instead of, I don't know, taking it seriously, I started to talk to myself as if it was a TV show, like a React channel. I was in middle school, and at home I would talk to myself. At school I would talk to myself. I would talk to myself alone at lunch. And I looked crazy doing it. And this would go on till high school. Now that I think about it, I don't think anybody cared, but thinking somebody's watching you, that's like mental illness. Of course, nobody was watching me. I was in middle school. None of that shit was happening. And I would, it's still a habit to this day, but I would stop talking to myself. I would stop doing it. It's not normal. But throughout the years, evidence would come up that people were watching me, and I chalk it up to coincidence now, but it was like little things, like somebody in IHOP would know my name, and like one of the biggest ones was when I graduated high school. This is really big. I had an asshole friend named Jim. Actual asshole. And all of my guy friends are a bunch of assholes. But when he graduated, nobody clapped. I knew he was an asshole, but I thought, surely they clap for him if they clap for everybody else. But the whole auditorium was silent. The whole crowd, everybody was silent. It was really shocking to me. That's like the biggest piece of evidence that people are watching me, because everybody knows that Jim sucks. Jim's a bad friend, an asshole. And that was like the biggest evidence that people were watching me. I tried. There was this girl at my dentist appointment in the lobby. And she had red hair, and she had baggy clothing. And I was awful, but I was trying to date somebody. So I asked her out on a date, and she said she was like 12, 13. And I just left. I'm not a pedophile. That makes me a certified pedophile. But I'm not. And at my job, I think Joseph yelled "child fucker." And how do you explain that? I think people are watching me. Coincidence would come up. Stuff would happen. But to this day, like, I don't think anybody cares about me. Nobody cares about me. They're all too busy living, right? And I've had other mental episodes in the past. Like, I was going on a road trip to, like, I don't know, at Las Vegas with my mom and her friends. Like, some type of minivan trip. It was packed. And it's a long drive. And there's this guy behind us, and everybody's on the same road. They're going a long way to Las Vegas. And this guy was a trucker. He was driving a semi. And he looked pretty mean. And we did see him at a stop. And I got it in my head that this guy was chasing us. And he was going to kill us. I got that through my head. And that's not true. But it got me going to a degree where I started making a scene. And I started crying. And I started whispering as well. And that's pretty bad. I'm kind of guilty about that. Another time, I was in detention, and I came up with this whole scenario, just me sitting at detention, where this whole crime thing was going on. I couldn't see it, but it was happening. And it had to do with me. And it was so stressful. I don't know how I came to this, but I thought it was happening, and it made me cry. I was crying in detention, like bawling. Not screaming, but... And I thought this whole scenario was happening, when it really is actually nothing. Yeah, it's like, these days I'm just, I don't know, like being alone and being chill, I guess. And I still talk to myself. It's kind of like a habit. I try to stop it now, though. But I mean, if I link up with my high school buddies, not buddies, but anybody from high school and all that, I don't fucking know. It's kind of awkward.